Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you are all doing well. In this start of the new year, this is my first official video. Um, I did upload my blah, 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 um school pickup video yesterday. But yeah, I wanted to jump on and just chit chat a bit. Um, Today is my second day back. My boss is actually in today, so I will meet with him and discuss all the things that I missed. Um, there's been a lot of changes since I was out, so I am curious to see how everything went. Um, and I'll be learning about the system that I have to use to schedule agents, because in my video yesterday, I talked about how the person that used to do all the forecasting, we call it workforce management. They would do like the forecasting for where the agents basically need to be at what times on channels. So he got promoted, and now the supervisors are in charge of doing all that. So on top of all of our other tasks, we have to now schedule and adjust schedules and all that good stuff. So um, I'll be learning about that. And it's strange being back, and kind of having that structure again, which is nice, but I'm still also like really hoping that my meds do what they've been doing. I've, been in really good moods. I think, not having as much stress has definitely helped. So I'm hoping my medication can handle the stress that comes with my job. And just kind of doing what I got to do this year. I enjoy what I do, but I'm ready to move on. I would love to stay within this company because it's a great company. I'm going to keep an eye out on HR positions that pop up. And my goal, or like my biggest hope, would be to move to the training team. So I already work very closely with them because I onboard all new hires. So they come onto my team for at least 3 months while they're going through their probation. And I basically coach and train and do all the things. And I love that part of my job. Love it. Love meeting with them, having one-to-ones. I truly enjoy that. So I would love to work on the training team. The thing is, it's only 2 people. There's a manager and then the girl that does the actual trainings. So I don't know if they will like grow that team or not. But I also don't want to sit and wait around if something else pops up. I'm gonna take my chances on if it feels like a good fit for me. I'm gonna go for it. I just feel like after 9 years in customer service with this specific company, I'm ready to kind of branch out. I have enough under my belt where I could easily move to HR or to the training team. I work very closely with HR also because of the onboarding, and when people aren't working out, I have to let them go, but there's a lot that I have to do that involves HR before that happens. So I'm very close with HR. And previously, when there was a role popping up with HR, they had asked me about it, and for some stupid reason I was like, no, I love what I do, and kind of passed up on that option. So I won't be doing that again. So yeah, so I'm excited to see kind of what the new year brings. I'm not into New Year's resolutions and all that new year, new me bullshit. I just have goals that just happen to really hit the forefront as I'm coming back to work in the new year. So yeah, I'm excited about it to kind of figure out what's out there. I also have a new manager now. So I've worked very closely with him over the years because we're both supervisors, but he recently was promoted to manager of customer service. So now he is the boss of all the supervisors. So we've worked closely. We were both senior agents together, then both got promoted to supervisors together. So I'm very comfortable with him. He's very straightforward, not really an empath at all. But that's okay because I have I know how he works. I know how he is. And so he's a good fit. I think it'll be fine. And yeah, I just will see how things go. You know what I mean? Like, I can only do what I can do. I just know that at this point in time in my life, it's time to move on from customer service, and I have to make that happen. I can't sit and wait for it to happen. Again, I want to stay with this company. But at the same time, if something were to catch my eye somewhere else, I may go for it. The only thing is, things that I see out there in the world right now, I would take a huge pay cut if I left this company right now. I'd basically be starting at the bottom again. And I can't do that. So that's why I'm more inclined to stay where I am, and just see what pops up because I make good money. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's already Wednesday, so almost, we're at hump day, thank God. Kids are at school. I'm starting work soon. And there's all kinds of dust particles just flying by. I keep seeing them. And so I have some different topics that I was going to talk about. So I don't know if you have all dealt with this, but you ever get in a conversation with someone and it's awkward from the beginning, but then they just stand there after the conversation has kind of run its course. So I work with this girl that is the training girl. So we have to communicate a lot, when new hires start and throughout their training and stuff. She lets me know how they're doing in training, and then I do coaching based off that. And she will come up and stand next to my desk. So we've been remote for a long time, but now we're starting to go back in the office, which is a whole other thing. But she's always done this thing where she'll come up and she'll talk and, she'll say, "How are you?" And, you exchange the niceties, and then I'll ask her how her family's doing. She'll tell me, she'll ask how my family's doing. And then it gets to that point where it's okay, we talked, you can go now type of thing. And she just stands there. And so it makes me very uncomfortable. I'm awkward as it is, but then an awkward silence with someone just staring at you, it's very uncomfortable for me. So she does that. And the last time I was in office, we had caught up because we haven't actually seen each other in 3 years. So we caught up, the conversation ran its course, and she's just standing there. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess I should get back to work. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I have so much to do today. And so I, start typing, and she's still standing there. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then she's like, oh, did you see where so-and-so works? Their office is where the warehouse is because of the type of work they do. And I was like, oh yeah, I did a walkthrough and saw the whole new warehouse and stuff because we moved buildings. And she was like, yeah, it's so like strange, like having an office out there. And I was like, yeah, totally. Awkward silence again. So then luckily, eventually someone came over and was like, hey, Lee, how are you? Da, da, da. So she's like, okay, I'm going to go back to my desk now. I was like, okay. And then I got stuck in another fucking conversation that I don't want to be having. It's very distracting to me to be in the office because people just keep coming up and like talking to me. And we haven't seen each other in a long time. And like, we're just starting to see each other again. So it's like, I get it, but like also I'm going in the office, I still have to do my job. Like what, you know. So she is like super awkward, but now we have a newer supervisor. She started, I think, like a year and a half ago at this point. Maybe closer to, I don't know. Time's weird. So she is probably the most awkward effing person I have ever met, even through Slack, through texting. She is like weird as shit. Like, she'll ask how I'm doing. I'm like, oh, I'm good. How are you? How's your daughter? And she'll say, good. Like, she'll start a conversation, but she doesn't like give more than like one word responses. And like sometimes she'll message me out of the blue. Like one day she just wrote LOL. And now we hadn't been talking, but there was no conversations going on anywhere else. So I gave her a little bit thinking like she's going to explain what the LOL is. She doesn't reply anything. So I was like, hey, what's up? And she's like, what's up? I'm like, nothing. How's it going? It's going good, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. I have no idea why she wrote LOL. So, like, I'm awkward as it is. And then to have to go in office and deal with people that just kind of like hover and like make things weird, it is so distracting for me. It is like so beyond distracting. But like in my head, I'm laughing because I'm like, this is so fucking weird. Like, go back to your desk. Like, what are we doing right now? And like that's something like they say like, oh, we want people to go in office so, you know, you can socialize and morale and blah, blah, blah. Except we're still expected to do our job, and it's distracting with people coming up to you every 5 minutes. Like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. And it's like, you know, I see my agents, some of them I hadn't ever met, and they had been with the company for like, I don't know, like 3 years. And like I've just recently met them this year. So it's just like it's too much. It's way too much. And like with my social anxiety and like having to be around people and getting distracted, and it makes me uncomfortable. It's just a lot. So my doctor wrote an accommodation email, basically asking if I could be fully remote. Because of my social anxiety and like just everything that I've had going on. So I am waiting for meow. I'm waiting for my doctor to fill out the form that they need, like a specific form. And then they'll determine whether or not they can accommodate it, which I am truly hoping because, bruh, it's really difficult going in office. It's very uncomfortable, and it's a new office. It feels so much more corporate than it has ever felt before. Like everything has changed so much. Like when I started this company, it was like something out of a dream. It's like a call center, but like you weren't chained to your desk. You didn't have a script. You didn't have time restraints on calls or chats. Like you helped the customer, however long that took. That's fine. You say yes to the customer. Anything we can do to help, we do. Very rarely do we have to say no. We like make things happen. So it was like this really great, like freeing feeling because you didn't have someone micromanaging you. It's like whatever you think is good for the customer, that's what you do. scenario based. All of them are different. You figure it out. You have free reign. You have as much power as a supervisor has to do whatever you need to do for the customer. So when I first started, it was like, holy shit, because I came from like the medical field briefly. And there's a lot of red tape, like with insurance and stuff like that. So this was like, holy shit. And everybody was super close. It was like truly, I wouldn't say family, but it was very close knit. Everyone helped each other out. It was just like amazing. And it was fun. We did so many fun things. We had like happy hour every week on Fridays, free lunches every week. Like it was a blast, and it made the work, it's hard being in customer service. Dealing with the public is hard. Even at a job where you can say yes a lot, it's very difficult because the public sucks. Okay. Nobody enjoys working in customer service. I know if you say you do, you're lying. Like, no, you don't. So, working in customer service and being able to have fun and like the appreciation that came with it, like constantly being told what you guys do is hard work and you're amazing at it. You're all stars, you're stellar. A few years we got like bonuses for Christmas time. We do get increases every year. Some years it's like a merit increase. So usually that's like a nice bump. And then the opposite years, you just get like a percentage increase. And so it has always been just such a fun company. And like, I've enjoyed everyone that we've worked with. But ever since COVID, even I would say the year before COVID, things started to change. The structure of things changed. It became a little bit more, it wasn't fully corporate yet, but now it feels very corporate. There's no lunches anymore. You can't have happy hour anymore. We don't have restraints still or scripts, which is nice for the agents. They're still able to just do whatever they feel they need to do. So that's nice. But the whole feel is just different. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like there's that empathy and humanity in it anymore. And like we have our holiday party this coming Saturday, and like I didn't plan on going anyway because of those reasons. I just feel like things are just different, and I don't really want to hang out with people from work. There's been a lot of changes and a lot of people have left or been let go. And I just I really like don't have any type of want to go and be around these people. I don't. And it's sad, but also a lot of people I talk to aren't going. Like the old timers like me, the people that have been there for years, they have the same feeling. It feels different. So I'm kind of sad about that. This is my first one in 9 years that I will not be attending. But I don't want to go. It doesn't feel the same. I'm not excited about it. And to top it off, like with my anxiety and stuff right now, I just don't want to be around a shit ton of people. And besides that, my kids will be here Saturday night. I know my boyfriend would be totally fine if they stayed with him, but like, again, I just don't want to go. I'd rather be home, hanging out with my boyfriend, hanging out with my kids. Because that's what makes me happy. And I'm doing what makes me happy. Like I'm done. I wish I could say I'm done holding my tongue, but I can't be done with that. But I'm done doing things to appease other people or to like hold face value, whatever. I'm just over it. And it'll probably cause waves. My kid's dad's they're all going out for his birthday Saturday, and they invited me, and my boyfriend, but I'm going to have the kids, and I don't want to go. I don't want to go hang out with them. So I'm not going to. And that's okay. It's all right to set those boundaries when it comes to your sanity and your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be around anyone you don't want to be around. And it's, hard for me because of the dynamic that I have to have with my kid's father and his girlfriend. We all have to be in some type of weird harmony for co-parenting to work. But I think it's best if I do put some distance moving forward, because when you realize you're always the one reaching out first, you're always the one trying to make plans first, and like they just never can make time for you, you start to feel it, and it starts to feel like, hey, maybe I don't matter as much as they make it seem like I matter. And so I've taken a big step back, and in taking a step back, there was like a whole month that I didn't see or like talk to them. And it was like, well, that just goes to show you, you don't always matter in someone's life like the way they make you think you do. And I'm done trying. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with all of it. I'm good. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know how well it'll all play out, but I'm going to stay hopeful. I'm going to stay true to myself. I've been practicing manifestation lately, and a form of meditation. There are people that I listen to that it's like ASMR meditation, and it is so relaxing, and I just truly enjoy it, and it makes me feel better after I listen to it, and after I go through the breathing and stuff like that. It just makes me feel better, and I'm doing that for myself, and it feels good. So it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to try something new. I never thought I would be the meditating type, or, center in my chi and all that stuff. But it's interesting, and it does have an element to it that makes me feel refreshed almost. So I'm going to go with that, and I'm just going to keep doing what I need to do and keep working on myself. And again, it's not new year, new me. It's just the timing of things kind of clicking together and figuring out I might need to make some changes to be happy and to be proud of myself and how far I've come. My life has been pretty wild when you put it on paper. And I've done well, and I'm proud of myself, but it doesn't mean I can be just content and complacent. I need to keep doing that, to keep making myself proud. And that means I got to figure something out, because I am done with CS. I'm done customer facing CS. So that's my little spiel. I have to log on to work shortly, and then after I have to go get gas and get my Target order. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing great. Let me know your thoughts. Have you had to set new boundaries this year or recently? And what does that look like for you? Was it hard? Do you feel better after it? I feel better. I feel good. It's just maintaining the boundary, I think, is going to be a little bit of a struggle for me, and I just have to keep in mind why I'm doing it. So I hope you all are doing well, and yeah, I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one. Bye.